All right, good afternoon. Hopefully everyone's doing well. I know that time is of the matter here, so I'm going to get started. I'll try to go through this pretty efficiently. So our brokerage here is Freedom Insurance and Financial Solutions, and the topic many people ask us, life insurance. There's 6 questions you should really ask about life insurance, right? So why you should buy life insurance, how much life insurance should you buy, what type should you buy, how much will it cost, and from who should you buy insurance, and when is the best time, right? So we take those. Number one, why should you buy? And this is, if you have a family or you have obligations financially you have to meet, and you're not here any longer, you want to make sure they're satisfied. So really, that's to protect your family and the assets, because something happened unexpectedly, and we want to make sure that your family's made whole again, right? Secondly, how much should you buy? There's all these factors to take into consideration. Most of them, number 1 and 2 of these is, you want to go ahead and pay off your debts, but you also want to continue the income that you would have made had you been alive long enough to make it. And these other factors in here, but we can talk to you about those on an individual basis. What type of policy you should buy. So it doesn't matter what carrier you're with. You can get a term policy or you can get a permanent policy. And the term policy is kind of like renting an apartment, right? You're renting it, let's say, for 10 or 15 years. At the end of that time period, each you and the landlord go their separate ways, but you had coverage or you had a house under you, right? If you have a permanent policy, it's kind of like buying a house, right? House accumulates equity or accumulates cash. This is the same thing. So, you have permanent protection, which lasts, for your whole life. And you're accumulating this cash and it's growing tax deferred. And the way you pull it out at a future point in time can be very favorable from a tax standpoint. If you look at this illustration here, for every dollar that comes in, part of it goes towards the cost of insurance. Part of it goes into a growing mechanism or a sub account. It could be an index strategy, a whole life. And we could talk to you about that. But, what really happens is this cash starts to grow and your insurance grows, but also you're able to pull money out, tax advantage. And we could talk more about that. How much will it cost? This is really the biggest concern with people, right? They're thinking, man, this is going to be really expensive. And we can tell you right now, if you go down here, it can be as cheap as you really want it to be. And we stand right by that. But they're going to go ahead and look at your health. They're going to look at your driving record, your family history. In short, a lot of times this thing can turn around pretty quickly, but that's really what they're looking at. So you want what company are you going to buy from? You want to look at the stability of the company, how long they've been around, and you want to make sure you get the best price. And I really want to emphasize that, because if you go to a captive company, in other words, an agent that just represents one carrier, you may not be getting the best price, and probably most you're not going to, right? So you want to make sure you shop the market, but we can do that for you. And to make sure you ask about all the additional benefits that are included in those policies. Also, when should you buy? Well, here's a fact of life. The older we get, the more expensive it is. So if you're healthy, right, don't think about it, just get it done. Most people think about it, and then when they get around to it, it's too late. Make sure you're not that person. Lastly, the process time is about 30 to 35 days. I've seen some of these things get done within 10 days, some last 2 months. Again, medical records, you're going to need an exam to make it cheaper and to be efficient. Your driving record, and the one good thing is you'll be insured the moment that agent walks out of your house, right? Or is done with that application. We're independent, right? So we have your best interest in mind. We're not captive. Here are some of the carriers that we work with and we represent. There's many more than that, but you can make sure be rest assured that you're going to have the cheapest, the lowest cost policy. Here's our information. Hopefully that was just a quick run through of the questions you should ask. You can contact us at this number, or you can email us. We're located here in Aurora. And we have other videos that will talk more about strategies, but this is kind of the nuts and bolts of the basics of life insurance. Hope you have a good day. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks.